Ho ho ho, hoes. Happy Christmas Eve. Today I'm gonna be going over a video by Atozy, the boy Atozy. TikTokers facing 10 years in prison for this prank. Interesting. Let's see what went down.
These teenagers just ruined their lives because of a TikTok prank at their university. Well, what was the prank? Allegedly, they ran into the cafeteria pretending to hold a gun and started yelling threats and commands. There's no words for how stupid that is. Like,
I think I talked about this already. I just don't understand. I don't understand what pranks are anymore. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get what a prank is anymore. At this point, let's just commit felonies. Everything's a prank then. Pushing my wife down the stairs, prank. Pushing my mom down the stairs, prank. Like, I do that every day regardless, but now I can just do it and call it a prank? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Jokes, by the way. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep going.
Like they straight up did a school prank and then blamed it on a TikTok trend. I've covered a lot of stupid trends throughout my years of doing this, but that might be the dumbest thing I've covered in a very long time.
Two UConn students allegedly implied they had a gun at a dining hall. Now, UConn says both students were arrested yesterday, saying they were recreating a viral TikTok video.
I just don't understand what TikTok video we're talking about here. I understand that everyone's For You page is different, okay? Let's go to my For You page real quick, all right? Everyone's For You page has wild shit on it. It may not all be the same. Like,
hey, honey, check it out. I got this bag of rocks, and when that jerk Lewis from next door comes walking by on his way home from work,
JD's and Loman, welcome to... How many houses of cards can...
yeah, so my For You page, random shit. You know, I have mostly memes, NBA shit, and that's just what my shit is. So I wouldn't doubt if y'all saw those 3 videos there and didn't recognize them at all. It wouldn't shock me if I went on your For You page and I didn't recognize your shit at all. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't recognize my own For You page at all. But I know we live in algorithms and shit like that. I'm not sure what exactly on their For You page, what prank they're fucking talking about. What would I even type in? Bringing a pew pew to school prank? Like, I'm not even sure. Okay. Sorry to keep the video paused so long. I guess let's try that. Let's look for the prank they were looking for. Bringing a pew pew to school.
I didn't harm nobody.
I'm just seeing a bunch of news stories. I'm not... I don't... Yeah, no clue. I don't know. No idea. So, let's keep going now.
NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney joins us live in stores with student reaction and more. Melissa?
That's right, Kevin. Police say the students were arrested on charges of conspiracy to commit a threatening act and a breach of peace. We spoke with other students here on campus, say that this was concerning to experience and to hear about.
Oh boy. Okay, so threatening to act charge, that could be up to 1 year in jail or a fine of $2,000. And the breach of peace could be anything from a couple months in jail all the way up to 5 years in Connecticut. And that is...
Which is fair. Here's the thing, I know they didn't bring real weapons, but what was... I don't care if if you're a prankster, I don't care if you didn't mean to hurt anybody. It was fake, it's not real. It doesn't matter. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's what you're taught in life, so...
Is not all the charges, since apparently more have dropped since this was aired.
Disruption in a busy UConn dining hall.
I heard that friends were in there and it was scary for them to know that could happen. Even though it was fake, it's still nerve-wracking.
This is insane. It's not really funny.
Police say Nathaniel Gez and Ton Bao allegedly recorded themselves yelling commands in the dining hall and implying they had a firearm. The situation caused a stir, many taking to social media to share their concerns. Police say the two were reenacting a viral video. Some students say they have no idea what they were recreating.
I haven't heard of any trends like that.
Others have seen the supposed original video, but still find the situation concerning.
What original video are we talking about, dog? Like, I
think it was a little misunderstood, but again, I'm not condoning the behavior or anything. I think doing
a little misunderstood. All right. I feel like he probably thought it was funny, whatever the fuck they're talking about. I think it was a little misunderstood. Homeboy was like, damn, that shit was kind of funny to me.
in a crowded dining hall with hundreds of students eating is pretty much a pretty bad idea.
Yeah, that is a terrible idea. Like, no matter how you look at that, there's no question about it. That was a terrible idea. I don't know what the upside of this prank would be. Like, you know, considering the real thing they're imitating here is every student's worst nightmare. This one just has me baffled. Like, this is some peak stupidity that's going on here.
We live in a time of zero tolerance for any kind of violence in schools or on campuses. So, unfortunately, they don't stop to think about these things.
William Carbone is the director of the University of New Haven's Youth Justice Institute. He says people recreating videos and faux threats are becoming increasingly more common due to social media. He says this is a good time for parents to talk with their young adults about differentiating what they think is funny and the consequences that could come from what they say is a misunderstanding.
I do agree that parents need to parent. I will never be against parenting needed to parent. This is going to be a really hot take that some of you may disagree with. I think some of the most entitled people on the planet is fucking parents. That is my opinion. Because they can never do no wrong. You can't judge them. You can't tell them they're doing something wrong. They'll just wave it off as you don't have a kid. You don't know what it's like to have multiple kids if you only have one. And even if you have the same amount of kids as me, or you work the same amount of hours as me, I don't care, it's not your kid. Like, they're just, parents are entitled as fuck. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So yeah, I'm not against parents needing to do their damn job. But at the end of the day, these are motherfuckers in college, dog. You guys are adults. You're grown. You're grown, okay? You guys are adults. You're old enough to know what's right and wrong. And even if you didn't think you were going to go to prison, because I don't think they will go to prison. I do think they'll have charges stick to them. And they go to UConn, so they're probably fucked as far as their academic career goes. I don't see how you don't think you're not going to get in any trouble. Like, you're not 12, 13, 14, 15, or even 16. You are 18, 19, 20. You're in college. Like, you should know better. You definitely know better, so... yeah, I'm one for getting on parents' ass, trust me. But this is definitely on the fucking kids.
Shocking you have to say these things. Like, anything that has to do with an active shooter anywhere is not something you mess around with. That is quite literally how you die. All it takes is a bunch of people to misunderstand your prank, which happened right here, and a hero can take you out. Or you get criminal charges, which is what happened here. This is, oh my goodness. I can't believe how stupid this is.
Doesn't mean that they should be marked for the rest of their life. But at the same time, it has to be taken seriously because you never know when they really have some kind of a weapon.
Yeah.
And UConn says they can't share if disciplinary action are being taken against the students, but they do say, generally speaking, when students do something to violate the safety of other students, they could be subject to something like expulsion.
No shit. No shit. They're gonna get expelled? What? Yeah, no shit.
Now the two are back in court next week.
What was really the goal here? Was the goal a funny TikTok? Really? I get they're both young and they're definitely at the age of, you know, doing stupid stuff and learning the hard way. For most people, though, that doesn't mean facing several years in jail. And for this prank, they're gonna get what's coming for them, because the details currently are Dan Bao, he's apparently 18 from Vernon, Connecticut. He's been charged with second-degree breach of peace, first-degree threatening and displaying a firearm, and conspiracy to commit.
Dan Bao. This man's Asian. He's Asian. His parents are gonna, they're gonna hurt that boy. They're gonna hurt that boy. Ah, shit.
first degree slash threatening slash displaying a firearm. Then you have Nathaniel over here, Nathaniel David Gez, 18, of Penn Valley, Pennsylvania. So he's out of state. He's been charged with second degree breach of peace and conspiracy to commit a first degree slash threatening or displaying a firearm. So, threatening slash displaying a firearm, that has a mandatory minimum sentence of 1 year in prison and can range all the way up to 10 years. If convicted, obviously. These guys are innocent until proven guilty. But what a stupid thing to do. These guys straight up effed around and ruined their lives with this. So, they were arrested a couple weeks ago and have since been released on a $50,000 bond. Bao is accused of being the person who pretended to hold the gun while Gez recorded all of it. In a written statement, UConn said the federal privacy laws prohibits it from discussing if they face discipline. In quote though, however, generally speaking, any students who are believed to have engaged in behavior that causes safety concerns and or disrupts regular operation may face student code of conduct reviews and can be subject for sanctions up to including expulsion. So what are the tuition costs of University of Connecticut? In-state, $21,000. Out of state, $43,000. Imagine paying $43,000 a year, since at least one of them is out of state, to have your kid kicked out because he did an alleged TikTok active.
If that is Tham Bao, if that's the out-of-state student, I'm telling you right now, those parents are about to, I don't know where they're from, they're about to fuck them up. About to fuck them up. That's what's about to happen, I'll tell you that.
Shooter prank. I feel so bad for their parents. If their parents weren't paying for their college and they were getting loans for this and then they got expelled, that's on them. Or if they got a scholarship for this and then got expelled. I mean, every single case is just terrible here. But apparently there's some more details to this.
After allegedly reenacting a viral TikTok video in a school cafeteria, witnesses say it looked as if they were pretending that they had a gun and ordered people onto the ground.
No way did they yell everybody on the ground. I'm honestly surprised they didn't get shot. Or,
oh, they're fucked. What is this joke? What is this joke? I don't understand it. Like, people will say, oh, it's just jokes, dog. Like, I don't let's commit felonies. Like, I don't get it, bro. Why?
Tackled and violently beat up. I guess lucky for them this happened in Connecticut and not in the South. While most campuses have no gun policies, there's likely plenty of people who still risk it for self-defense. And again, all it takes is a hero to misunderstand the situation and they wouldn't be here anymore. What an incredibly stupid thing to do.
Good morning, Keith, and things are much calmer this morning than they were last night. Students that we spoke with describing this as a very realistic-looking mock shooting that happened right on the campus in the dining hall.
I heard a lot of yelling. I think some kid had pretended to have a gun in his hand. He was just yelling at this other kid to put his hands up or get down, something along those lines.
You just heard from Luke Bohan. That's a UConn freshman who is in the dining hall at the time that this all happened. Police saying that this is a viral social media trend where students reenact a shooting inside a crowded school cafeteria. Bohan describes some students, quote, shrugging it off, while others were, quote, frozen in fear.
Yeah, niggas shrugging it off. That shit's crazy. Either they knew it was a trend or they just didn't give a fuck. I don't know. Either they knew it was a trend, so they're just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't even know if they know that, because like I said, I like to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably level 9 brain rotted, okay? I have a good finger on the pulse when it comes to a lot of these weird trends that be going on. I have no fucking clue what trend they're talking about. But the fact that so many students just shrugged it off, they're just like, man, if you're gonna do something, do something. I ain't about to get on the ground, dog. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But no, I will reiterate on Bao. Damn Bao. He's fucked. I know the other kid's probably fucked too. I'm just saying. If you know, you know. He's fucked. His parents are gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna reiterate probably 2 more times. His parents are gonna fuck him up.
There is no way this is a new viral trend. I haven't heard of this until now. And I've been covering all TikTok stupidity since 2018. I basically have a PhD in TikTok stupidity. I actually have 1 year. I'm 1 year out. I'm 1 year away from studying this stuff to have a PhD in TikTok stupidity. Which I'll put a plaque behind me. Put one of these, like, what are these called? Like the little signs here. PhD in TikTok stupidity here, and then the plaque behind there. I'm gonna print one out.
Police say Tan Bao walked into the dining hall and held a cell phone in a two-handed shooter stance and then began yelling at students at their tables. And Nathaniel Gaz was recording it all on his cell phone. He was also yelling aggressively at students. Both of these students have been charged with several crimes, including a felony for threatening. Police are taking this very seriously. They've set bond at $50,000, and these two students are due in court on the 21st. Live in stores this morning, Brittany Taylor, News 8.
Oh man, this generation really is cooked if they thought this was a good idea. Was the prank actually just like, haha, we didn't have a gun, you got pranked, everybody on the ground? Psych, we don't have a gun, you got pranked for TikTok.
Oh my god.
Idiots. So what a great way to just completely ruin your life for basically zero upside. This was definitely way worse than the door breaching TikTok trend that we covered earlier, where teenagers essentially replaced the ding dong ditch trend with running up and jump kicking a random person's door before running off.
The fuck? Jesus Christ! Holy shit!
You know, great things are really coming out of these TikTok trends. Another trend that's also apparently going viral is there's apparently a Superman trend that schools are warning parents about. I can't play the music in this video for copyright reasons, but they say Superman. So the trend is essentially you do a Superman into people's arms, and kids being kids are not catching each other, leaving people with injuries because they just Superman and land on the ground on their stomach. There's not a lot of examples about it, but I did see a couple news articles saying that schools are issuing warnings to parents about this. But this is harmless compared to what we just covered over here. So, safe to say, running into a cafeteria, pretending to have a weapon and screaming, "Everybody on the ground," can't even be compared with that. Please don't do a stupid trend like this. Don't do any TikTok trends without thoroughly thinking through what you're actually doing here. Put in the 5 seconds of, are there criminal repercussions if I do this? That'll save you a lot. But YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, and hey.
So that was a good video. I liked it. I just don't have much to say. These people are just fucking stupid when it comes to these trends. I feel like a lot of these kids don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I think they mistake what a joke is with a felony. Let's look up pranked. I want to see something. Let's see what comes up.
Do you think this would be like
pranks.
All right, are you ready for Simon Says?
I'm not excited. I'm not even. No. Get back.
What?
All right.
Sorry. I'm just distracted with your good looks. But how big is it?
See, these are harmless pranks, right?
Sorry.
All right, are you ready for Simon? All right, are you ready for Simon Says? Are you too busy?
Come on, what do you want to do?
Okay, Simon says to clap your hands. Simon says to stop clapping. Okay. Simon says to touch your toes. Simon says spell run 3 times.
Are you in?
See, these are fine. These are pranks. There's nothing wrong with these. These are harmless.
What the
These are harmless. You know, he laughs at it. He's like, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, I'm just
nothing
distracted
crazy.
with your good looks. But how big is it?
I just don't. It's the crash out shit that's
I'm
just
just
annoying
distracted
to
with
me.
your.
But yeah, if you're gonna do a prank, make sure it's harmless, not that big of a deal, and it's against someone you may know. And if it's against someone you don't know, make it to where it's not going to, you know, piss them off or have them want to fight you. Nothing too crazy, you know. And also, don't bring a weapon to school. I can't believe I have to say that, but don't do that. Don't bring a weapon to school, okay? Y'all have a good Christmas Eve. Y'all have a good Christmas. Keep weapons out of school. Stay safe. and be smart. Have a good day. God damn.